Be careful coming down in the platters. I got oil on the bottom of my boot one time, about right there where you are, and it
went down it like a slide.
Yes, sir.
You want to say hey to everybody? Say good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Well, if Lucy won't say it, I'll say it. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and you're watching Triple R Farms, and it is Friday, February 24th. And what we got on tap for today is pretty much just like we had Thursday. James and Phillip are going to be running the paratills at Lounsboro. Mark's up there running the J&M rolling basket, coming right behind them. Anyway, sealing any cracks in that where that paratil run, where that shank went through there, and knocking any claws down, just making that seed bed good and smooth. It's a little bit of rain out, but I do not think we're going to get rained out. I think it's just pretty much light stuff, and it's just kind of here and there. It's kind of scattered. But anyway, they're going to be running up there all day, and got Big Joe. He's here again. This is day number 6. This should be the last day of the combine repairs. Anyway, the only thing we got to do is do some stuff to the rotor in the front, bolt up some stuff, and then the major thing is putting on the feeder house. Once we get that all done, like I said on the last video, we'll pull it out here, crank it up, run it, make sure we don't hear any kind of crazy noises or bad noises, and if everything looks good, then yeah, it's done. But that is what we got on tap for today, so y'all sit back, enjoy the video, and let's get it started. So what's first? Elephant ears?
Yeah. This balanced high right now. Get it started on that bolt. Oh, come on, Daniel.
Tell me this thing was heavy. Yeah. Load up. Okay, I got a breakaway from Big Joe. Mark's called me twice. Said his satellite is not pulling up. I had him do the normal procedure with any electronics. Shut everything down, cut the tractor off, crank the tractor back up, let it pull up for about a minute, and then try to turn on your satellite, and it didn't work the second time. So anyway, we're gonna run up there, see if we can figure out what's going on, and get him going. Well, we are having no luck with the old FMX Trimble screen. What's happening is this new modem right here, 4G modem. Anyway, it goes through here, goes to this USB port, and then it plugs in right here on the back of the screen. For some reason, this screen is not recognizing when I plug this in. And it's pretty strange because we've taken a thumb drive right here, taken this out, put the thumb drive in, and it recognizes a thumb drive. But and I've even swapped out and went back to the old hub, port hub, USB hub, I tried to plug it in, and it didn't recognize it either. So it's not recognizing any kind of USB hub that we're plugging in, which is pretty strange. So we're kind of scratching our heads here. I don't know what to do. But you can see right here, I got a VRS diagnostics. This link status, that is our problem right there. It is not recognizing this bad boy right here. So what we're doing right now is we're trying to get a temporary RTK subscription that we can run off of for a couple of days till we get this fixed. Mike's coming Monday to work on the planters anyway, so he may have to drop in here first and take a look at this, but really don't know what's going on. That's the problem. Everything else is checking out. It's just not recognizing when you plug in a USB hub. I don't know. So anyway, he's got my serial number. He's plugging it into his laptop, trying to get that subscription, and then he's gonna call me back. I'll have to punch in a few numbers, hit a few buttons, and hopefully we can get going pretty quick. This one gave us a little trouble last time coming off, so probably gonna give us trouble going back on. You got the good crowbar, pry bar.
It's an indexing bar, Daniel.
Man, we're so close. I'd love to show y'all how close we are, but I don't want to get in the way of Big Joe. It's just too intense with all this weight lifted up on this loader and tight area. I'm gonna take the Nissan over there. If we can just lift up a little bit with this Nissan, the pan will go in.
Alright, come back to the other one and let down just behind. Whoa, too much, back up.
not light.
No. Hook your end right there.
Alright. Let me hold it.
Now go grab that pry bar. I got it. Grab that pry bar that's up on top of the feeder house. Can you stick it through from out there?
Get straight in?
Yeah. Alright. Alright, ratchet it up.
Hallelujah.
We ain't done yet.
Huh?
We ain't done yet.
I thought that was it.
The big part, yeah.
That's all I'm worried about.
I ain't worried about none of it. It'll be alright.
That's just the big parts make me nervous. I can handle the small parts.
The big parts is usually what go the best. The little parts is what give you trouble.
All right, feeder house is on. Mark it off the list. She is holding herself up. Next thing we gotta do, concave's gotta go in, which that's what I'm gonna start working on. Got 2 on this side, got 2 on the other side. Then Big Joe, he's gonna be working on the drive shaft, which might get a little tricky. This drive shaft right here, he's got to put it all back together where it goes on that gearbox. But I'm gonna be working right here. I got these 2 concaves right here I can put in, so if he needs my help, I'll be right here to help him. But getting close, guys, getting close. Next side.
There we go.
Got him. Drive shaft is bolted up. It's a good sign. Alright, you know what time it is. The combine is out of the shop. Next thing we're gonna do is turn everything on. We're gonna listen for any weird noises. Big Joe's gonna do a walk around, make sure everything looks okay. Keep those fingers crossed on this one. But that's where we are. The rotor wasn't turning.
What?
It was saying 0 on the RPMs on the rotor.
Wasn't turning?
It was. Well, I had the rotor wide open and it was physically back there turning. And anyway, full throttle and everything. Nothing, no weird sounds or anything. No shaking weird, any vibrations that seem unnormal or not normal. But we were getting 0 on the RPMs on the rotor speed. Which I've had before. There's a little sensor that screws into that gearbox and actually reads the splines on that shaft as it's turning. Anyway, I've had those go out before, but that's where we are right now. Everything else was working fine, but just was not reading the rotor speed. It was actually reading 0. It was telling me on the screen to shut it down. That's pretty normal procedure. If it thinks the rotor is not turning, it's going to tell you to stop. Don't try to combine, and that's what it was doing. So that's where we are. Big Joe's looking it over right now. But brand new. He put a brand new sensor in the gearbox. because I saw him do it. I don't know why it's not reading. Strange. She's reading. Turn the feeder house on now. We got the feeder house going and the separator. Thank goodness that thing's reading, and I'll tell you why. I just want to make sure Big Joe isn't trying to get my attention. Looks good. Alright, here is why the rotor was not reading a speed. This is a sensor right here, and this was the brand new one that we put in the new gearbox, and it was not reading, and I'll tell you why. It screws in right here, and I'm just going to show you out here on the outside. This is basically what it's going to be doing on the inside of this gearbox. Is every time one of these comes around, one of these splines, it's going to read that, and that's how it gets its RPM. So as this thing's turning like this thing's like a little magnet. It's reading every time those splines go by, and that's how it's getting the RPMs. Well, this one right here, when you screwed it in the gearbox, it did not go close enough to the splines. The old one we pulled out of here, that's the first thing we did. We went and got the old one out of here to put it in the new gearbox and see if that changed anything. But as soon as I pulled out the old one and compared it to this new one, it was a lot longer. It went all the way out to the edge, to the tip of my finger. So it was a good ½ inch longer than this sensor. So that is why we weren't getting a reading. It was just too far away from those splines. So pop the old one in the gearbox, and she immediately went to reading. So that was the problem, thank goodness. Alright guys, the combine is put back together. Everything is working great. Everything that we worked on looks fine. Everything checked out. Had a little hiccup with the rotor sensor reading that speed, but that's no big deal. I've ordered the wrong sensor before and had it not read just like that one did. So no big deal. Put the old one back in there. It's good to go. Yeah, she is ready to harvest. She's got a little while to wait. First thing it'll harvest will be corn in August, so got plenty of time for her to sit and get ready. But I want to thank H&R, AgriPower. They're always top notch. Everything we do with them is just a breeze, no problem. Big thanks to Big Joe. He was the real hero in this whole project. I was just along for the ride. I hope I helped him out and sped him up. I don't know if I did. But yeah, glad to be moving on from this project. We'll be getting the planters ready next week. We got Mike coming down Monday, so that's what we're going to be focused on now, getting the planters ready. But yeah, great way to end the day on a Friday afternoon. Got the combine buttoned up, and everything's working on it great. So we're going to shut it down, and we're going to go home and have a great weekend, and we're going to regroup Monday. So see y'all Monday.